Mountain bike fans, welcome to the Valley of the Sun, Val di Sole in Italy for the 2026 Downhill World Championship. The World Championship is quite a special race. It is a one-shot race which will decide who will be wearing the rainbow jersey for the following season. This means that everything related to the World Cup, championship points, it all goes out the window. This is a winner-takes-all type situation, and riders that are out of contention for the overall World Cup title will be putting everything on the line for redemption and for a shot at this rainbow jersey.
The Val di Sole track is notoriously loose, changing and rough, meaning you're gonna have to hold onto your handlebars extra hard. Today I'm gonna take you down the track. We're gonna go and look at all the new sections of track, the old one and everything that's difficult, talk to some of the riders so you have a good idea of what the track looks like come Saturday.
World Championships have nothing to do with Warner Brothers and are 100% run by the UCI, meaning broadcasting is a little different. I have put a link down in the description on how you can watch the race on Saturday, depending on the country you live in. With a talent pool so large, it should be quite a legendary battle this weekend. And the weather is actually looking nice, so it should be a fair and square fight this weekend. A reminder that this series is still 100% self-funded. So if you're a brand that'd like to be part of the season-long narrative, please get in touch. If you're an individual that just enjoys the content, you can make a donation by clicking the link down in the description or buy one of my sick custom t-shirts. Actually, no custom t-shirts for this week because I got my accreditation about 6 days ago, so I didn't really have time to plan. Anyways, guys, World Championship 2026 in Val di Sole, Italy. Let's bloody go.
Sorry mate, sorry, I was in your shot.
The track starts pretty chill, with a couple of bike park corners in order to get up to speed. However, don't count on those corners to stay nice for very long, considering the best in the world were hammering them all week, even though the moisture in the dirt makes them way less sketchy than last year. Once the top section is out of the way, we get into the thick of things.
So there's two lines here. There's an inside and an outside, but literally no one has taken the inside line. And we're towards the end of practice, so I'm guessing outside line in there straight into those rocks.
The entrance to the woods have two lines, one inside which is tighter and requires more braking, and one outside which is easier to get to, but does seem slower. The following section can be tricky to negotiate with its roots and rocks pointing the wrong way. However, with this kind of dirt, no problem. But riders beware if it were to rain. It spits you into a nasty rock garden that broke so many wheels last year. However, riders seem to have figured it out by now, and they were nailing the double pop rhythm section necessary to get on the fastest line. Then comes the fresh section from last year, which you can approach in two different ways. You may choose to go outside, make it longer but miss the big following compression, or go inside but have to slow down, then gap the step and potentially get bounced off because of the G out.
Come off of it.
So this is going to be a crucial section. See, rather coming in here, going outside like Benoit here, you can go inside. The problem is a lot of people are coming outside and getting stood up and are like almost hitting that tree just there. So it's actually going to be tricky, and I think it might evolve even further, and this might blow out, meaning maybe the good mixers hit that, pop in and go inside, but we'll see on race day.
The dirt's still mint, which is good, but all the roots are starting to come out, so this is our first lap and it's already a lot harder than yesterday, I won't lie. Yesterday was like the smoothest VAL sole we've seen in probably ever. And the rain's kept it together, but I think it's starting to flog out.
They made the rock garden way slower compared to last year, meaning riders get in at an awkward angle and have to hop around without much speed. Following this, we get into the off-camber open section, which took no prisoners last year, but turned into a one-line this year due to the pad being moved a bit further out.
It's dried out a little bit in certain places, but it's still super damp, which is interesting and pretty key, to be honest. That's the clip I wanted. It's starting to get cut up for sure, and there's definitely like pretty much 2 main line options in certain sections, and almost getting whittled down to a single line option already in a couple of spots. So it's classic kind of Val di Sole and classic World Champs with the extra day. There's a lot of people that are too eager already.
A couple turns later, we get into the head scratcher of this weekend, the off-camber to slick hairpin section that is fresh for this year.
There is definitely a lot of changes, especially today. Like the track is getting rougher because it's drying and people are really starting to charge, and you can see the usual Val di Sole where the holes are getting bigger. This new sector is the one that is getting the most worn, and you can see like the entry pressure keeps moving lower, so people are readjusting every time with a high line behind me on the tree. And obviously the key factor is we have almost an hairpin going into the next off camber, this traverse, where you need to be high at the entrance to have a very early brake release to carry a good speed in the straight. If you kind of mess this up, you lose probably 0.5 all the way down before you get into the compression. So everyone is trying to be secure on the approach with the late braking and the safe turning, which is a really complicated combo.
Follows more bike park, but that doesn't mean smooth. The Black Snake is well known to be a rough track. It's also awkward in parts, and keeping a good flow and rhythm will be the key to win this downhill world championship.
This one, there's not a bunch of line choice, but it's the timing of it. There's a bunch of roots and rocks, and it's hard to kind of spot the line because the track's so wide. It's not as defined. And the riders just have trouble to time which ones to unweight over and which ones to pump. So I just take some videos of riders hitting it well so they can visualize it.
The cool thing about Val di Sole is that the whole way down there's more choices, different tweaks and line picks riders can make. Even though the fastest line will be used by most, there's always surprises on race day when a rider picks a line nobody thought of before. Braking is very important here. With the terrain changing and the track blowing out, it's crucial to nail your braking zones and know how to adapt with the conditions change.
It's a lot better today. Yeah, dirt's a bit nicer, but it's starting to get rougher and rougher, so just trying to mess around with some lines before tomorrow, but no, it's always tough, this track. Like, once it gets rough, it's super hard to hold on, so just trying to find the flow, but feeling alright so far, so just need to piece it together a bit more, but good fun. Oh.
Once the last bit of track done, we get onto the ski jump.